This is part 2. My name is Hector El Chido Canales, and today I'll be answering questions for Jacob Lenoff's YouTube channel. Orale! You have a YouTube channel. Tell us about it. When did you start? I started my YouTube channel about 4 to 5 years ago. I started it by just posting up little vignettes to promote the shows I was going to be on. Later on, it started evolving where I started actually putting wrestling matches on it. Then, after I broke my clavicle, I got a little creative and I started a stop-motion animation show. And so they were about like a minute or two long. I started doing that. I also had my wife and my daughter. We started doing like 1-minute shows about my daughter being a clumsy, ditzy office worker. And now, my daughter and I, since I'm also a toy collector, we've been taking my old toys and unboxing them and reviewing these old retro toys. How many videos do you have on your YouTube channel? Currently, I have 30+ wrestling matches. I have 30+ toy unboxing review videos, and then I have many others. I have almost 200 videos up on my YouTube channel. Please visit it. Again, it's Hector Canales, and while you're there, why not subscribe? It's free. Are there any wrestlers, bodybuilders, or even athletes that you admire and love to meet? Who are they? Most of the guys that I admire for their physique, they're mostly dead. Ravishing Rick Rude, The Ultimate Warrior, those are the top wrestlers with great physiques that I really admire. I've always admired Ravishing Rick Rude's abs. He had incredible abs, and The Ultimate Warrior's shoulders. Guys who are currently alive and that are maybe wrestling would be maybe like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and John Cena. I really admire the way they work out. Now that, you know, YouTube's big, I can look up John Cena working out. I can look up The Rock working out. Whereas with The Ultimate Warrior, there aren't many videos of him working out. Ravishing Rick Rude, there aren't any that I could find. What are some of your favorite sports movies, like wrestling movies and baseball movies, stuff like that? And why do you love them so much? Honestly, like any guy, I like action movies, sports movies. They're cool. But I would rather prefer watching comedy. I'd rather sit down and watch Police Academy or Revenge of the Nerds instead of, I don't know, Blue Chips or something, some sports movie. I'd rather watch some comedy. Inside me, there's a comedian. The only problem is I stutter too much. Is there something that you want to achieve in life that you haven't in sports, and why? Honestly, right now, I'm almost 37 years old, and I almost made it into WWE. I mean, they were calling me, I'd go backstage and whatnot and serve as an extra talent. My time has passed for that. That was my goal back then. Now my goal is to be a better father and a better husband. As goals in my athletics is basically just to keep my body looking young, just to keep in step with the 20-year-olds who are coming up, the guys who are maybe using enhancing products. Whereas myself, I'm pure, natural, Hector El Chido. And that's it. Were your parents or relatives always interested in sports? Were they some kind of inspiration to you? Name some great memories with your parents in sports. I'll be honest, my dad was, he was a workaholic. He was always working. And so he didn't really get a chance to even play with us, either sports or toys or what have you. But when he did play sports, it wasn't a happy time because he was a very hard disciplinarian, and he was a perfectionist, and so it wasn't fun playing sports with my father. I love my father very much. I just didn't want to play basketball with him because he was too competitive and he took the fun out of playing. So, and my parents, well, they always wanted me to achieve better things academically rather than with sports or even with wrestling. I remember my first wrestling match, looking out to see my dad. My mom was at one side looking on, but my dad was, you know, shaking his head like, I can't believe my son is doing this. This is, you know, ridiculous. Years later, after here getting known in the LA area, my dad was recognized, not as, oh, hey, I saw you somewhere. No, a guy came up to him and said, hey, you look like a wrestler, local wrestler named Hector Canales. Are you related to him in any sort of way? And of course, right there, my dad was very proud of just saying, yeah, I am Canales. I am that guy's father. So that's like the first time, and that was only just a few years ago, which was maybe 7, 8, 9 years into me wrestling. He finally like saw something, hey, you know, my son's actually doing something good in that. This is the end of this interview on Jacob Lanoff Tours America. Thank you, Jacob, for the questions. They were actually very deep. Some were very they brought up memories in me. Some not good, some great. Thank you to the viewers. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to find me on YouTube, find me on social media, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and when you go visit me on YouTube, don't forget to please subscribe. This is Hector Canales. Bye.
What if it's still like...
There you go. Let's take all this stuff off, y'all.
Oh, he don't need a X-ray. Why not put that?
What was that?
No. Talking to myself.
Oh, and I can't. Oh, that looks gross.
Okay.
That looks really gross.
How long ago was the surgery? How long ago was the surgery?
Tomorrow, 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Take a picture of it.
It's did you who's seeing him? Foster seeing him?
No, sir.
Is she gonna come see him, or
Yeah.
did she want to see the?